Colin Powell, first black U.S. Secretary of State, dies of COVID-19 implications amid cancer battle. This is a CNN story, and he was fully vaccinated. First black U.S. Secretary, leadership in several Republican administrations helped shape American foreign policies in the last years of the 20th century and the early years of 21st century, has died complications of COVID. He was 84 years old. And Donald Trump wrote to his supporters, wonderful to see Colin Powell, who made big mistakes on Iraq and famously so-called weapons of mass destruction, be treated in death so beautifully by the fake news media. Hope that happens to me someday. He was a classic rhino, if even that, always being the first to attack other Republicans. He made plenty of mistakes, but anyway, may he rest in peace. And President Bush said he was a great public servant, starting with his time as a soldier during Vietnam. He was such a favorite of presidents that he earned the Presidential Medal of Freedom twice. Two thoughts.
What a great general. What a great American. At least he served his country. He rose up to be an amazing general. I didn't serve underneath him. I was in high school. I read books on, the leadership that he gave to our armed forces. So I think he's a great American. What I think about Trump's statement, man, politics is ugly. It's so ugly, and unfortunately, some people can't control, their emotions online. But do I support that statement? No, I don't. Obviously, I don't support it. I love what Colin Powell did for our country, and I don't support that statement. But I will tell you that wars are very political, and lies and deceptions are made to employ soldiers overseas. So what I'm saying is politics can get ugly, but I do not support that message that Trump said to General.
Adam.
Yeah, I think Colin Powell is one of those people, whether you're on the left or the right, I'm sure that there's going to be people that disagree, but you look at him and just say, wow, like what an admirable man. Sure, he didn't get everything right. And I know that towards the end, he definitely didn't align himself with the Republican Party, especially Trump. So, shocker alert, Trump's talking crap about a dead general. I don't think anyone didn't see that one coming. But as an American, I think you can always look at Colin Powell and say, that's what America's about. He, came from a family of immigrants like yourself, served in the Army, Presidential Medal of Freedom twice, and may he rest in peace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people know his story. You talked about dealing with your racism. Nobody talked to him at West Point for 4 years. He was in West Point. Nobody spoke to him for 4 years. Not a word, not a single word until his graduation. He didn't quit. He didn't turn coat. He didn't say screw this. I would have been out. I would have said to hell with this. Nobody spoke to the man. They didn't look at him for his first year, and he stuck through it. I had lunch with him once, an incredibly powerful figure. Disagreed with foreign policy. I hate the Bush doctrine. I don't think we should have been in these places. I think we're just now seeing the fallout of the Bush doctrine. I think it was a post-Cold War Donald Rumsfeld and Dick Cheney. I can write a whole book on how these guys were evil in my eyes. And I think H.L. Mencken said that war is the logical conclusion of politics. And guys like Cheney and Rumsfeld never had to go overseas, but they sent a lot of people over there, and I can't stand that. Colin Powell said to me, I met him, I was playing with the Newark Bears at the end of my minor league career, and he goes, when your career's done, you should go into the service. And I was like, man, I don't know if that's what I'm doing. He goes, that's a shame. We could use guys like you. And that was a really, really powerful thing. It's to this day my biggest single regret is that when baseball was over, I didn't go immediately into the service.
How old are you right now?
35.
It's not too late, Gerard.
I got 3 years. I don't know if I can run the miles though. that would be the struggle. Yeah. But hey, look, they keep lowering the standards. I don't know. Maybe I can identify as a tree and not have to run at all. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
May the man rest in peace.
Did you ever have a chance to meet with him or speak with him or have any interactions with him?
And real quick, Pat, before we move on, this should put to rest that whole conversation that we had 3 podcasts ago about DeSantis running or not. If that's not presidential. To attack a guy who served his
I'm
country.
not a fan of that. I don't know why.
I mean, that's
I don't know
you
why.
know,
You do
that,
that.
that's
this
not
to me
presidential.
Not a fan
is
of
like
that.
the least breaking
That's-
news ever. This
but
is
it's-
No,
very
but it's not the
Trumpian
point.
thing to say.
I'm not a fan of that. But at the flip side, he said he's right. Politics is ugly and dirty. You know, God. When Trump dies, what do you think the left's going to say when he dies? What do you think they're going to say?
What an admirable man.
Yeah. Okay. So when when
He's
that
not,
takes
he's not
place,
doing anything to change it.
yeah. No, he's not doing anything to change it. But at the same time, like this comment, McCain comment, these are not comments that are. What part of that comment gets support though?
Yeah.
Like if you're trying to flip anybody, okay, tell me how that flipped anybody.
It's too petty for.
They said there's two
75-year-old man.
perfect people, right? There's two people, like minus a handful of people, but the unborn and the dead. Man, just leave those two alone. It's dead. They can't do nothing. They can't argue with you. The argument is over with. Move on. So, anyways, it is what it is. May the man rest in peace. So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.